time? As background or over the shoulder? What was our favorite?
Over the shoulder.
Yeah, let's go. We want, okay. That's not very cute. Can you see the slideshow?
I can.
That's a good start.
Hmm.
And make it bigger. Oops.
And Chelsea, I see you out there. I'm gonna make you a co-host as well, Chelsea, so you can help
Excellent.
mod because I'll be dropping out after this round.
Excellent. Thank you.
No,
Oh,
thank you. You guys, Chelsea's volunteering, so be very nice to her.
thank you, Chelsea. And welcome and good morning and all the goods. All right. So getting all set up. I got one more thing. And we're good to go. I don't want this guy. All right. Well, here we are. So we are going to start you guys off with Learning Genie and I like what you said this morning, John, about making solutions for what works well in our classrooms. And for me right now, that's been incorporating our students in the co-creation and using Learning Genie to make it all happen. So this is us. All right. Well, the first step of co-creating with our classes is coming up with a really simple plan that is replicable. This is something that Dr. Jean and I have been working on. So here's how you can run through co-creating with your students in the classroom. This is what it looks like. We start off by building curiosity. So build that inquiry, get them curious, get them thinking. What are they wondering about? You can show them pictures. We got some examples. Once we get that going, we collect the student data so that we have their interest, and we're going to put those right into our unit generator, which Learning Genie we are loving because it does it within minutes. Like John said, we try to break it with 40-week units, and it does it, and we love it. And then we move it on to picking and choosing our favorite EduProtocols to build into that interactive work time, which becomes the learning experiences that the classes collaborate together, group work, independent, it all meshes. It's accessible. Everyone can access it. It's quick, done with reps. And then when we're done, we have that reflective tool where our students can give us feedback about what they really enjoyed, what they want to see coming up next, and then we start over and we just continue the process. So really quickly, this is what that looked like in our classroom. Now 2 years in a row, John, I have 2 years data of thermal energy where students help build the lessons. So
Yep.
I showed some pictures of some GIFs, I should say, using Padlet. So that's our first AI tool in a Wicked Hydra where they watched the phenomena happening of something melting, some steam or freezing, and then they asked our questions. I know Jean and I were laughing at some of these the other day. Let's see, where were those really? There's some funny. Why is the chocolate busting a move? Would global warming affect the amount of
Why
icebergs
why is
breaking
the
off?
kid talking like it's 1999?
Probably because I'm their teacher. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Anyway, so they always come up really fun. And this can also be moved into a spreadsheet, which we pull into our data collecting. And after we get them really curious, especially thermal energy, because it's related to heat, getting heat, removing heat, I take everything they have and look at the favorite questions, and we build the units with this. For example, ooh, can we test how marshmallows melt? Or, oh,
Mhm.
hey, can we do some food labs? Yeah, only if you eat the evidence. That's my rule.
That's the you got to eat the lab.
We have to eat the, yeah. And can we
Wait
melt
till the
ice?
eyeball lab, it gets really awkward.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one. I got glitter in my eye once, John, and had to go to the
Uh,
hospital. So I don't do eyeballs. Can we figure out how do we make popcorn? So we just did these. In fact, this last week we had our hot chocolate and we melted it. We made popcorn. We ate the evidence. Anyway, so what did that all look like? We put that all into Learning Genie. We put all the student comments, all the requests, all the wishes, wonderings, and curiosities. And within 2 to 3 minutes, I asked for a 2-week unit that incorporated everything that they wanted with all my favorite EduProtocols. And I added one more thing down at the bottom. We have the lava lamps. I couldn't help it. So I have about 12 lava lamps. We put them up around the rooms, lights go off, disco music or whatever we want, rave, they can pick. And we learn about thermal energy, kinetic energy, and how energy transfers. They knocked it out of the park in their interactive work, which this is an example of a lineup that we used in this set. So in the top left, we have a in Snorkel, actually, math rep that they work on 2 or 3 times a week as a warm up when they first come in. They get to pick their numbers and they can choose 1 or 2 pieces to omit if we're short on time. A few kids will go up to my ViewSonic and punch in the answers with a friend. They get to voluntold someone, which they love. We get some fast and curious on our favorite vocabulary words and concepts in the unit. Bottom left, we use simulators like PhET to do some graph and tells. And then at the end, we wrap it up. Well, actually, not in the end. Throughout the whole thing, we have at least one lab report every week. This was an example of our lava lamps, which, again, they killed it. It's so awesome. So after all this fun, we ask for some feedback, which is going to be next week. We're going to do this. So we have some questions in a Google form that very simple. There's only 6 questions. How did you feel overall? How did you like the labs and rate them? Is there anyone you really particularly enjoyed the most? Tell me why. And how would you rate your engagement? There is a question about it kind of goes with our hope scale, hope score, which if we ever get a chance to do a session, that'll be another one that we're going to add in, is how well did you feel that you got to co-create in this unit? And why is it good for teachers to do that with their students? They didn't know how to answer that question at first, John. It was tough. But now when I ask them, hey, why is co-creating beneficial for teachers and why should they do it? They're like, oh, because, come on, mouse. There we go. Oh, sorry, that's another slideshow. Because with Learning Genie and EduProtocols, the kids said it's real. They said it's more engaging, it's more fun. It's something they can relate to because they got to choose it, they got to own it. And that's exactly what we're here for is, again, make learning easier, make it more fun, but still make it meaningful and impactful to what they're learning about so that they're not just skimming the standards, they're learning deeply.
Yeah. And then just a quick side to
I
that.
could feel it. You had a thought.
When I went back to teach during COVID, we started out with a thin slide, just like you're describing.
Yeah.
And I asked the kids, knowing your parents' sense of humor, what do you really think your first car might be? Now, this is sixth
Oh,
graders, right? And I got all kinds of weird answers. But when we went to vote on the most popular answer, it was llama.
yeah,
And that's the part where I have to say to myself as a teacher, if they like llamas, I like llamas.
that's right.
And so I literally went home that night and watched The Emperor's New Groove because there's not a lot of llama movies.
No,
And then when they put llamas in their slides as pictures and GIFs, I helped them to make the llama support the learning.
I
So I
love it.
told them, you can't just do rando llama. You got
Brando
to
Llama.
put it in a way that works with what we're working on. So I
Yep.
need an ironic llama or a melting llama or a fiery llama to go with our thermal energy unit.
So funny.
And like you're saying, Christina, the kids lit up on that because it reflected what they were interested in. Instead of me trying to go downhill all the time, you
Yes.
guys should like this because I say. The
Yes.
other piece that I like about what Christina's doing here is teachers, we spend a lot of our time after hours working.
Mm.
Christina, when do you do your planning with Learning Genie now?
Most of the time, when I wake up, I'll spend about 5, 10 minutes on probably Sunday morning, and it'll have everything ready to go. And all of my previous slides that I've used with Learning Genie and EduProtocols, I have rack and stacks all ready to go. So I just tweak a couple things, but within an hour, I can have the entire week planned out for all of my classes, my core classes, my seventh graders, my electives, including templates. I've already loaded it into Google Classroom. It's scheduled. And I also, in my grade book, will give 100% points for every activity for the week. And then as they keep doing work, because we work on a keep your full credit by doing the best you can every day. We have one rule, John. do the right thing at the right time. And when they
Yep.
do that, they know it's positive reinforcement and everything we do is positively framed so they have agency. So they just want to keep their credit. There is no, oh, you're going to lose credit if it's not coercive. We're a team. We work together.
Mhm.
I know that speaks to you.
Yep. Yep. Well, every year is a journey we go through with the kids. It's not something we do to them.
That's
Every
right.
year is its own year, and I believe every student needs to have the best possible year
Yeah.
every year. But I've actually seen, Christina, I've actually seen teachers who are doing their lesson planning during class. So
Yeah.
think about that for a second.
Oh, we have.
Like, to be
Yeah.
lesson planned for Friday, I mean for Monday, while doing that on Friday with the students. It's
Yeah.
huge.
So we actually have an example. My Eco Kids for this year, we planned out what we would like to do for the entire year. We based it off of 10 weeks of lessons because we don't get to visit with lower grades very often. But they absolutely loved co-planning all the different components. We used our vertical whiteboards. They worked in teams, and every topic they came up with became a lesson. We taught already about a third of them, including gardening, eco art, and we just did some Black History Month stuff for our festival yesterday. And again, on the slide, if you're looking at these statements from the kids, these testimonials are just proving that they love it. They're having so much fun. And we're talking about sixth through eighth graders, okay? The fact that the seven's next to the
Yeah.
sixth, like they didn't even think about that because they were having too much fun. That's how much fun we're having. So what we'd really like to do, John, is we've talked about doing a quick demo of what it looks like to be in Learning Genie. So this is the code that's going to get everyone on, but I don't know the room yet. So whoever has our chat for us, how many people in here already know how to use it?
15.
You've tried
And
it.
we'll,
How many people have not yet? And we're
oh, yeah,
here to get you going.
I'm watching the chat.
I love it.
Let us know if you're like totally new to this whole concept.
Yeah,
Robert's not, for example, and he's
that
doing
is
that
not,
next
no.
session. He's going to be showing off Learning Genie with it's Gene has been very deep in the mine of the Learning Genie mine. He's down to like level 47, digging like a Minecrafter, and he's got uh, Robert's going to show you guys a preview next round of
Yeah,
stations being created. Okay,
it's
so it looks like
amazing.
lots of totally new.
I love that.
Christina,
Okay, that's where we're
you
going
want
to
to walk
start
them
then.
through it a little bit?
We're going to. So one thing I want to do is make sure that they've got this link. And if we can pop that in the chat, that'd be awesome.
I will do this.
Perfect. So
Mhm.
when you start your account, I'm going to pull my screen over so we can look at that. Wrong button. That was exciting. Okay. Well, take two. Wanted to switch. There we go. Back to share. And let's see. All right, so what I would like is in Curriculum Genie, this is the startup slide, or excuse me, of the
Hmm.
screen.
We're
Um,
not sharing. Try
oh, well, it
sharing
was.
again.
What? Seriously? Come on, computer.
Mhm.
What is your deal? It's one of those days. One more time, one more time. One time, one time. Get some Fuji's. All right, better, John.
Oh, clear.
So much better. So when you sign in with your Google account or sign up with your Google account, pick the one that you like the most because you're going to want to bookmark that and favorite it. It's amazing. Once it gets loaded, we have where you can create a new unit. And what we're going to show you after that is how to adapt an existing one. This is for everybody's everybody because everyone likes to start out with a new unit, which if we were to go here, oh, let's see. John was in Alaska. What's some good phenomena up there, John?
Northern Lights. That's a really
Yes.
good phenomenon, which we almost got to see. We
Oh,
missed it
next
by
time,
this
next
much.
time. Okay, so some phenomena. We've got Alaska Northern Lights. We want to see what those look like, Northern Lights. Um, Besides llamas, what do they got up there? We got
They got moose, and we
moose.
can have a lot of fun with moose.
We could have a lot of fun
That,
with moose. We could have a lot
well,
of
I
fun
mean,
with
at a safe distance, they're really
from, oh,
big.
yes. Let's talk about some weather. Maybe if this was something that we're doing for anything between fifth grade and high school, anytime you can still tie in weather, maybe some historic storms. Oh, what else? Give me one more fun thing, something random. You're good at that.
Poutine.
Oh, yes. Wait,
We
lowercase?
had brisket poutine when we were in
Did you?
Alaska, so it's a thing. Yep.
Is it
It's
really salty?
Pou,
Oh, you,
Pou.
sorry. Oh,
There you
you.
go.
Is it very
Tine.
salty?
Why?
I was just wondering.
No, it's
Oh,
just it's regular food.
oh, cool. So we've got
Everybody be
grade
quiet.
seven.
Carissa Dollar is entering the room.
So we've got grade seven and weeks. Let's go with 2 weeks. Let's go with we're in California, but you are welcome to choose whichever standards you would like. We could choose the Alaska ones just to see what fun we get.
What the heck?
Why
Why
not?
not?
I love it. So we have those pulled in. Now, I already have my portrait of a graduate set up. So I am able to click on this. And once you have a list of this, John, we have a set of these in a Google Doc that I could give to one of us to share
People?
out. Yeah.
Yes.
And they can upload their own and then have a set. And if their district already has
Mhm.
something they're using, they're going to, you can always switch it out or convert it or share it with them. Maybe yours is better. Who knows? So let's go with co-planning for collaboration. We're going to click on agency because it's 2 weeks. I'm allowed to pick three. Let's make sure we do some, ooh, resilience and mindset to get
I
all of our
like it.
students that might not be very motivated. And critical thinking, we want at least one of these with how about analyzing and modeling?
Oh, yeah, that's very
Why? Because it's
sciencey.
going to be beautiful. So we want to see some models. So we click confirm and we go down. We're going to do in person. We're going to leave the advanced settings for now, but just so you can see what we've got, you can manage the lessons and the resources available. I do want to show you, we have a lot of good things here. NASA, Ducksters, we have PhET simulators, my favorite. Dogo News, great for articles and websites for claim evidence reasoning. TED Ed, always a favorite, and YouTube, of course. So we'll keep
And
those
I
there.
know for a fact there's a lot of teachers out there using Chat, GPT, or Claude or Brisk to do
Yeah.
their lesson planning. You got to remember those tools are going to scrape stuff just from the internet in general. What Gene
Yeah.
has set up here is Learning Genie is taking it from known sources.
Yep.
So the what we call hallucination is
Yes.
dramatically minimized.
And for my standards, I actually would like to choose a couple. I want to make sure that language arts is involved. I would like some math, and I definitely want my science standards. So we're going to go with those. Generate, confirm, and give it a quick second here. And while the magic
We're on our way.
happens, right? There we go. We're already getting our unit overview, trajectory. It's basically the teacher guide. It gives us everything we need, including key concepts, vocabulary that we can use in Fast and Curious, that we can use for Frere's Sketch and Tellos. That's John's favorite. We have guiding questions that we'll use for inquiry to get started, but then they can come back again later for the formative assessments. We can enhance units, but let's just go with a simple try a run through of the regular program. Here we go.
And
Week one.
if you've ever labored over your objectives to hand your principal
Oh,
before the
done.
evaluation goes, think about that. That is so much faster.
Yeah. So here we go. We are already coming up with Discovering the Northern Lights, the Science and Stories of Alaska. Oh my gosh, John, I'm feeling Hero's Journey as well
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
you and Jake's little people
Well, I did
icons.
just for some more kind of happy feelings. I did one of these up in Alaska and we talked about geometry and
Yes.
Native American art. And
Yes.
it created some really cool stuff where kids could look at Inuit art, which is very geometric. And then they were looking at rotation and translation and lines
Yeah.
of symmetry through Native American art. Bro, no publishers are going to give us that. None.
Right. Right. So check this out. We've got our 2 weeks for the second week, Weather Wonders and Wildlife. It's got the alliteration going for us with Alaska's auras. I think it should be auras, not auroras. That'd be fun for the middle schoolers. They're like, wait, what's they're gonna read that and they're gonna say Alaska's aura.
Aura.
You know they will. So it's just up mind blowing. Okay, so we're going to confirm. And as we let it do its thing, it's giving us the theme, the overview, all of our standards related to ELA, math, science. It's going to give us reading passages that it can auto-populate for us. And now it's pumping out the lessons. I chose five
I
lessons.
wish I'd have known Gene earlier in this process because I would have
Yeah.
named it Learning Charcuterie. back in the
Oh,
day. That's I
of course you
remember.
would.
Right, because you've got the sweet and the savory, you've got the meat and the cheese and the jams and the jellies. You got all these things all
Yes.
coming together in a harmonious, symmetrical, visually appealing way where there's everything you need, but not too much of anything. Because like nobody wants a charcuterie board that's just a big hunk of Velveeta and some salami. You need the other
I
Beautiful.
don't
things.
know. Some people might.
I mean, I like Velveeta, but I
I would
wouldn't present it
too.
as charcuterie.
But it's a balance. You're right. It's a
That's right.
definite
It's all
balance.
those little pieces.
Yes, and it's what makes the
Learning
flavor
charcuterie,
explode.
Gene. Think about it. That that
Love
uh
that. Love that.
that
New
trademark's
protocol.
probably still available.
It probably is. So I'm going to borrow lesson two, and we're going to go ahead and take a deeper dive into what that looks like. It's going to run for a second while I wait for it so I can scroll back down, but it's giving us every component of the lesson, including what's showing on the screen right now. Well, it was showing on the screen, UDL, and what we can do for our multilanguage learners, students with
And
IEPs. Jean knows that I've had a focus student this year almost in tears first week of school. There was some issues of sadness and upset and needs not being met. And this little guy was really struggling because he never had coping skills. He used to elope school. He used to elope class. I'm sorry, not school. That's really bad. He would elope class, but never did work, never was interested in school. And with Learning Genie, I was able to put in his IEP goals, his accommodations, modifications into a separate section. And in this part down here, let me go back down just to show you, it would tell me exactly how to modify my lesson to engage him and make it more pleasant and just a fun learning experience for him, which was great for all of us because he never had that. And now he does more than half of his work every single day. He asks what we're doing when he sees a hands-on lab or any kind of simulator. Ooh, I want to do that. This is the same kid. Gene knows he's smiling. He knows this kid a lot from my history this year. So going back at the beginning, we have all the amazing things that it gives us in the teacher guide. And by the way, this will download to your Google Drive. You can share it with your friends after this. They don't have to pay to get it. You don't have to go back to TPT, teachers pirating teachers, as I like to call it. And the materials are all there. The vocab and
the
phrases
other
you
thing
can
that I
do.
like about this versus some of the other tools, I'm not going to mention by name, but there's two
Sure.
other really popular tools. But I think teachers are just using those as like their own private TPT copier.
Yeah.
And what I really like about Learning Genie, thanks to Gene, is there's a cohesion. It's
Yes.
not just the worksheet of the day, the worksheet of the day, the worksheet of the day. We're going somewhere. We're building skills. We're adding protocols.
Yep.
We can focus on needs. It's not just, um, and I just saw a tool about what maybe 2010. It was called Mount Cleverest. And it
Ha!
said, you can make any web page into a quiz. And I thought, wow, that sounds cool. And I made an
Yeah.
account and I opened it up and I plugged in a web page. And then I looked at the stupid questions and I was like, dude, how is this better then
Yeah.
there's just crappy questions about a thing. And what Gene's got us doing here is high quality instructional materials. He's got
Mm-hmm.
it's very purposeful.
Oh, there's your favorite,
It
John.
makes the slides not just the worksheet. It'll make the readings that you need,
Yep.
and
The
it's
readings are right up here,
cohesive. It's
right here.
cohesive. And you can switch genres. Like I had my kids doing a poem about something, which think about this, Christina, it matches right up with retell and rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
So they can use the poem that Learning Genie provides and then just modify it, which is so much faster than
Mm-hmm.
starting from scratch.
So here is one of our favorites. It's the Sketch and Tello. It is also not in any current book yet, coming soon in the science edition, very, very, very soon. This is great because it'll show you the teacher guide. There's a teacher slide on how this works. Academic goals. Look, there's your learning objectives, John. They're right there built in. What
Yep.
students are going to do.
And look at the differentiation by grade ranges. And
Differentiation, the
it lists
task,
all
so it's
that for you.
clear. And here's an example for yourself and students. If you have not used these yet, you are now going
Mhm.
to be a pro within like 30 seconds. The template ready to push out in Google Classroom. Already here, John, we can share it to Google Classroom now or download or save for later. Done. There it is. And if that one wasn't perfect enough, we could modify For example, maybe we don't like the sketch and tell so much. We would like to swap out with a bukakucha with one of those reading
Yeah.
articles or a
And I'm
Frere
not
model
offended. It's fine.
or a Frere model so that we can have a couple vocabs with examples, characteristics, and non-examples of Aurora Borealis compared to Aurora Australis because they are similar but not the same. So this is all the good things that happen with building and Learning Genie, with having, excuse me, Curriculum Genie, Learning Genie being the company, and branding, and Curriculum Genie being where you build and you bookmark and save your life. Formative assessment questions are already here. Tips for your standards. There's the differentiation for UDL. And if we just say batch generate, we got everything within a couple minutes. Everything we've already looked at, including more, is ready. All 2 weeks, 5 days a week. If you have a weird minimum day, you can shift it over and make it work for 3 weeks, whatever works for you and your class.
You
And
can
there
also
it is.
set the weeks so that you've got a 3-day week or a 2-day week or
That's
a
right.
4-day week. You can set the time frames.
Yeah.
Once it finishes up, you have total control.
While it's thinking, what we
Do,
would really love to do is add to your account that you just created 4 free units. So you can scan the QR code with your phone if you have another device
so,
staring at the
so
screen.
also actually people already scan. If
They
it's
did. Oh,
already,
perfect.
so this is a code, redemption code, Catalina code.
Yes.
Will add you like you have 4 units when you sign up. You will add 4 more units. It will cover a lot, and also can be free for teacher. If you share social media, so keep there's no limit for that. Yeah, so
Hmm.
Right.
you can
So
keep
you
adding.
guys, whenever you make a lesson, at the end it pops up and it says share on Facebook. When you
Hmm.
say yes, you get more credits. It's kind of like going to Dave and Buster's. You gotta get your credits off the skee ball machine
Yeah.
and use it to keep the lesson planning going.
Oh,
So this baby is still cooking a little bit here. We need some Julia Child action.
so
Um,
Christine, do you want to show the slides it built for the first lesson, the nice guy mystery?
oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
show the slides off.
Coming back, coming back. Right.
Right there.
This
So this is
one.
the key to this, you guys. It's not just making the protocols, it's making the starter
Oh,
slides. So you don't have to
it's
sit
still
around on
loading.
Sunday night. You don't have to sit around on Sunday night saying, what would be a good way to start this? If you
Hmm.
go up to lesson one, I think lesson one's done. I'm looking at the little green check in your sidebar on the left.
Oh, uh-huh.
There you go.
Let's look
I think that
down
one
right
looks
here.
complete.
Night Sky Mystery. What's dancing
Yeah.
above Alaska?
Oh,
And it's
nice.
still
See that?
loading. That's okay. Coming soon. While it's thinking, I like to do we'll come back to that. Here's why we are using this because, and it's not about going to the why, it's just this is what made my life easier. And what I'm hoping you get out of it is you can do your unit overview search so much faster and
Mhm.
input those objectives, adapt with EduProtocols, publish and share within minutes. Why would you want to go back to the old way? I can't believe I never had this before. I wish I would have had it years and years ago.
Well, the other thing that's great is, oh, you hit the timing just right. Go back to that slide, adapt to
Yes.
existing units. So let's
Oh
say you're
yeah,
in a
that's where we're
district
going.
and they have Wonders or Fountas and Pinnell
Yeah.
or Foss. How about that? That's old school.
I
You
love
can
Foss.
literally take a PDF or the state standards, like if you're a VAPA teacher or an art teacher. We were working on this in Alaska, Gene. You'd have been really proud of us. We took the AP standards for a unit
Hmm.
and we hit adapt instead of new. The one Christina built was from scratch.
Yes.
We added the AP standards and it started building it for a whole quarter. And then you get the choice of light adapt, which like
Yes.
if you have a
Right here.
principle that's very got to be just like this, it'll just zhuzh your way through there, make your protocols, make your slides. But you can also go deep redesign. Like if you're like
Hmm.
me and Christina, you're a little bit more of an edu pirate. You can sail off to faraway lands.
Yeah. Kind of puff the magic dragon sound in there too. Why not? So that's
Yeah.
actually where we're going next. And I just did this again yesterday with my current Amplify Science thermal energy unit. I plugged it in and said, hey, give me a light adapt on this. And it found a new way to add things in. I did it with my seventh graders 2 weeks ago on polymers, natural versus synthetic. But since all of my classes were doing hot chocolate lab for just a week or so ago, for the food labs. Again, that was their favorite. They kept requesting it. I said, okay, now work in polymers. You're like, what? But they did.
Yeah.
The cups, the devices that heat the chocolate and the water, the devices that made the cups themselves, the distribution of that, how they made it to us. Oh my goodness. So then they're like, oh, there's a lot of environmental impacts. Like these aren't actually very good for the environment, are they? Oh
I
no, what
might
are we
even
going to
argue that
do?
the foam, your foam is a polymer,
Oh, the
right?
styrofoam, absolutely.
No, I
Even
mean the whipped cream.
yeah, that's right.
It's
Well,
a polymer
actually,
you can eat.
it
Don't try
is. It's
this
a
at
natural
playground.
polymer. Now, let's, we could try and give it one more shot here. Let's just see if it wants to. Nope. Okay. That's all right. What I would like to do though is let me just open up a new screen of Curriculum Genie. What I really would love is to have everyone, when they're signed in, go to this adapting existing unit. Let's play with this because Gene and I really want to see what you're getting out of this, what questions you have, what's already working, if there's anything you'd like to see added. So you can go here and drop and drag anything you have that's up to 30 megabytes total. PDFs,
PowerPoints,
how,
PDFs,
yeah.
standards, docs. You could take a
If it
short
doesn't fit,
story
transfer it
and
over to
drop
a
it in
file
here.
that fits. This is amazing. So,
So, like
we,
Robert, you teach classically lots of history. He could
yeah.
literally take a PDF of a primary document, right, primary account, and drop it in there, and it would build a lesson around the document.
Ooh, well, that one's already, let's see. It's going to be hard for me to find an example that's not already an example because I love it so much. I've already moved everything over. Let's go to pumpkin catapults. We did this with third graders for the last couple years, right around fall and Halloween time. So I want to see what it can do with this because I want to know what EduProtocols it'll match me with. I want to know what vocabulary it still keeps with my high quality instructional materials, which by the way came from third grade Amplify. We did forces in motion. We've done building those forces, pushes, pulls with second grade, and let's see what it can do. So I hope right now all of our folks that are here with us that you can find any document. Or if you can't find a document already made right now, and you can go to your district's curricula website and just pull up the
Mhm.
unit overview. Just pull up the goals, the
Yeah.
standard, like, this classic
And you
boring
don't need
page.
like quiz questions or all that. You just need
Yeah,
a schema that Learning Genie can
there we
read and
go.
build around.
Already extracted. Pumpkin catapults. Tons of standards. We have our RI for reading informationals. We have physical science. We have engineering design. Love to see that. Big ideas, forces and motions, simple machines, gravity, engineering, predicting. Here's our objectives, which can be cut down and each sentence used throughout the week for your board if you need to have those visible. So let's go to next and see. I'm excited because now I can use
This
this
is the
next
fun
year.
button. Let's
Ah,
go
what do you think,
deep.
John?
Let's
Deep
go deep.
redesign?
We
Light it
already
down.
know what light looks like. Let's go deep.
Let's go deeper. All
Yeah.
right. Going deep into pumpkin catapults. 1 week deep, probably a good idea.
Yeah. We'll just do one quick one.
Portrait of a graduate, we'll pick one. We shall do collaboration is always really big for me. Roles and clarity, make sure everyone's engaged and has something fun they can do as part of the teamwork. Start now in person. Here we
Yeah,
go.
and Elle says in the chat, I just added my students from Ideas from Investigations, which is the Open Sci Ed Unit
Yes,
7.4 on photosynthesis, but we're not
yes.
being edu teacher geeks right now with our unit numbers.
I love it. All right, so
So
it's
again,
building
if you
everything.
if you're in a district where they want what they call fidelity, but
Mm-hmm.
you want your creativity, you can go to your principal and go, bro, it's the exact same vocab, it's the exact same reading. I'm just giving the kids activities that they actually will
Right.
learn from.
And it's not junk supplement. It's not junk food. It's not junk
Yeah.
food.
Now I want
It's
to point
still
this
high
one out for the
quality.
first time. Upper right, see where it says 5 lessons, you guys, where it says week length. Watch
Right here.
this. Let's say I'm going on a cruise this Thursday and Friday. Principal Gene, I only need 3 lessons this week. I will not be at school on Thursday and Friday. So all she has to do is click that and it's three
There we go.
lessons. Good to go.
Confirm and next.
But you can also combine other standards into the three, right? From
Mm-hmm.
5 to 3. Yeah, you can
That's
choose.
right. Yeah, I chose one just for the sake of a quick check. Don't want to spend all the time building my own. I want to hear in the chat. I want to hear if anyone wants to come off of their mute and just share with us, hey, I just put in this and oh my gosh, it just gave me these things. Let's hear what you got. We've got, so we got Pumpkin Power Kickoff, Sketch and Tell, Wicked Hydra Frere. It's got a few of those. I love it. Iron Chef. If you haven't heard of this one yet, it's a lot like taking a Frere model or a thin slide where you have a couple quick points, a picture, and there's a secret ingredient where the students get to answer some fun fact mystery question, super random sometimes, make it interesting. They put those together on a team shared slide and then they can showcase it to the other groups and learn from each other. Really fun. We do that one a lot. Let's see what else we have down here for lesson 3, launch day. So we are going to be building these catapults, getting them excited to test them and launch them. We have a number mania and sketch and tello. I'm really excited to see what that
Nice.
looks
Got a
like.
combo.
I know. And
And
all
again, you
this,
guys, how long has Christina been in this?
I was going
And
to
she's
say our whole
like,
session has only been a few minutes and we've done like 5 lesson plans.
yeah.
Yep. And all of
And
our
then
learners are
if your
included.
friends in your grading, in your grade level, like Nietzsche and Christina work at the same school, so
Yep.
Christina can very easily share this whole thing in Learning Genie. She can have Nietzsche take her own version, and then Nietzsche
Yep.
can run it again and say, you know what? I want to do bigger catapults,
Yeah.
adjust a few things, and now they're really co-planning in a
Hmm.
powerful way.
And a lot of times, teachers, you use your prep time up to cover another class. Your meetings are scheduled for you. There's not a lot of PLC time, maybe for departments. So I can tell Nietzsche at 6 in the morning, hey, copy paste. Here's a link to a whole unit on Learning Genie we just made with my class. Go ahead and check it out. And if you need to modify and add for your kids, see what you want to do. Here's the number mania that it gave us. Again, instructions, teacher page,
Oh, is
student
this why
guide.
you look so young? Because
What?
you're not working very much right now.
Oh, I work a lot, but I make it work for me. I'm working smarter, not harder. And plus I'm happy, John. You know me.
Yeah,
I've been told by
I
principals,
gotta. I'm the same way. I can't teach sad. I can fake it,
no,
but I can't teach sad for very long because
no.
I gotta be a happy. I gotta be into it. I gotta be enjoying
Yeah.
the kids.
I have been told by my principals in the past that I am relentlessly enthusiastic and I want that on a t-shirt. Because I think that's like I don't even know how you work towards that, honestly. This is how you work towards that. You make the planning happen with and without your kids. If you're not quite ready for it, that's okay. This is pretty cool. So this is a 100-day example, which just happened. Tips and tools to help. They're already linked if you like Canva already, if you already like Adobe Spark, if you like the Noun project that gives you good vocab words. So many good options. And there's the icons you can borrow from, links to the source for, oh, totally forgot to say, we were talking about Alaska. Well, this one went to me, Palm Desert area, where we could find local phenomena. And then we have some places to put our numbers and icons, explain it, and there it goes. There it is. All done.
And when I do lessons near my area, we get Yosemite and
Yes.
mining and hiking and fishing.
And this is grade 7 still, but again, let's say you want your standards to still be the phenomena for grade 7, but your kids are you have a section that needs remediation. So put it down in grade 6 and give them confidence in the repetitions, which are building skills probably where they had academic gaps. And now they're going to be excited about continuing their own learning because you've given them a bridge to cross instead of like a pitfall with the snake pit and the alligators and the whatever.
So Jim has a great question, and you may need to
Yes.
open one of your already built ones. Is there a way to print out the overview and weekly plan?
Oh, of course. So let's see an easy way for me to go back and do that. Let's get out of this and find my way back to my unit planner where I have all my already made all lots of them. There's the ones we already have. So we're talking if we took the Alaska
No,
one.
pick one that's already done. Pick because these remember these were still cooking. Did it ever
I think they're
finish?
done cooking, or I don't know if it would
Okay,
be in my account. So
so you
here's the
get
unit
one of these.
overview.
This is so cool, Jim.
Yeah,
You're gonna love this.
we just made this
Hmm.
2 minutes ago. Week 1 overview.
Yeah.
Boom. Monday through
Boom.
Friday.
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling. We have
And
all the
activities and
activities.
standards. and
vocab,
formative
formative
assessments.
assessments, unit trajectories. It still goes, guys. The concepts and guiding questions. And finally, we got the standards, portrait of a graduate, and they keep going because I like to put a lot of those in there for every single lesson. Everything's there. This would have taken me, and I would have done it. I would have tortured myself to create this in
Mhm.
probably a couple hours. And then, if I was lucky, share it with one or two teachers who might be able to use it. But now you can share it across your entire school, across your district, on Facebook, like we do. And we let anyone who wants to use it use it. And there it
And
is.
that's just week one. Click on week two just for
Oh,
fun too.
goodness. That's right. Week 2 is right here. So we have, again, everything that we needed all together, the resources, formative assessments, trajectory and concepts,
And this is
questions.
the part I really want to reemphasize. This is all cohesive. It's
Yeah.
taking all of my educational needs that I put in there and it's building a cohesive 2 weeks, not just
Yep.
because sometimes, Christina, when I used to finish planning back in the old days, I would just be like digging through my file cabinet looking for
Yeah.
workbooks.
What's a
I'd
file
be
cabinet?
yeah, yeah, that's a whole other thing. But I,
Yes, it
I might
is.
go, I might call Robert, who works at a school in our district. Do you have any worksheets for this? Do you have any worksheets for
Mm-hmm.
that? Do you have a test for this book? Do you have a test for this? And Learning Genie's making the whole thing. It's making literally the
Done.
whole thing.
It's done. And then when you're ready, you can take these lessons and upload them to your Google Drive, share them with your friends. It's it's been a game changer. And we always, I know you're big sports people's, it's commonly used, but it's, I don't know any other way to put it, John. It's a game changer.
Yeah,
It's like
it
magic,
is.
but it's science.
Well, remember, all science is seen as magic
That
when we
is
first
right.
find it, right?
That is
So
right.
the other one that I really like on this is just the idea that, if your district is the kind of district that does, a thing, because I know, Christina, you do this with through NGSS and other groups, but,
Hmm.
sitting down to do kind of like quilting bees of lessons, um, you could literally take 8 or 10 teachers and split them into 4 groups of 2, and
Hmm.
each group would take 1 quarter, and
Yep.
you'd literally be presenting to each other in less than an hour.
Yeah.
Meaning you would build it, you could look through it, you could error correct, make adjustments, and then go boom. Hey, team 4 is ready to present you guys in 1 hour. And if you've ever done one of those summer things where, we're
Yes.
planning the new science curriculum, that can take
Yep.
days and days and
Yep.
days. And then when you're done, this is the kicker. All you've got is an outline.
Yeah. It is only an
Whereas with
outline.
Learning Genie, you've got the teaching slides that are editable, you've got the activities that are editable, and then you can actually edit the Learning Genie lesson. It's
Yep.
wild.
I've spent over hundreds of hours taking mystery science and building a whole district curriculum
Hmm.
K-5. I did the same
Right.
with Amplify. And
Yep.
again, each one was hundreds of hours. And I did put
Hundreds.
some of the lessons, but there were not student work links. There were not EduProtocols. There were not repeatable lesson frames. It was just a guide and what you could put on the student work, but it was not there yet. John, I got to show
Hmm.
you. I know data, we got to always
Okay.
have some data in there. Looking up just to make ourselves feel better about we're not alone. This is teachers versus other working adults, the amount of high stress and depressive symptoms that we've had. What about when you make all these great things, John, and then you get a new curriculum adoption and you're told you cannot use your old
Oh,
supplements, you're done?
no. No, don't cut off half of my brain,
That
please. I
depression
just
goes
got
way
good at
up and the
this.
stress goes way up. What do we do here? We take that stress away. We lower it as much as we possibly can. And if you need help, you can email John, myself, Jean, and we will get you through these things so that it becomes a flow that works, that you never have to go back and look at what you did in the past if you didn't like it. Here's another interesting thing. Top reason for teacher burnout, student behavior versus low pay. Well, we may not be able to fix the low pay. However, we are in a little way if you're not wasting money on supplemental materials, on buying gimmicky things that may or may not work that the kids hate anyway. You know those situations. You thought it was going to be great and it bombed. Student behavior? What's student behavior? I have tier 2 and almost tier 3 students, like I said, that are working towards being um, co-learners, co-creators. They have agency. They're learning reflectively and making better choices to try to improve every day. And I'm not jumping down their throat about it. I'm right next to them as a coach,
Yeah.
which I know you love. And then we
Yep.
have well-being indicators, like all of them next to each other, and
Well, I
intent
always
to
think
leave.
about it this way, Christina, when as an adult who's been in the classroom for more than 10 years, I open the teacher's edition and I am confused.
Yeah.
How does a fifth grader feel?
Yeah.
And then if I have to reassemble everything for the kids to make it
Mhm.
usable, that's a huge drag on me. But think about the kids.
Ugh,
Imagine, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Office Space, but imagine every day is the first day at work, because
yep.
every day you're not exactly sure what the lesson is, as opposed to, oh, I'm going to Miramontes's class and it's going to be fun. It's going to be
Yeah.
enlightening. I have a voice. I can use my skills of manga or gaming or my social skills, right, to really get through the lesson. It's a huge deal. I mean,
Yeah.
you get kids who have been labeled slow learners all of a sudden
Hmm.
are turning into little Godzillas in front of
Yep.
you because they are not, in fact, slow learners. They just don't want to do all my crappy worksheets. And when I make that
Yep.
jump, the outcomes are tremendous.
And we don't want to grade that. It's
Right.
here, and it's when they're working together, you do it live, you look at it live. If they got it, you keep the full credit. Don't mess with it. This is interesting because it goes with Portrait of a Graduate, which we only touched on, but everybody used to have the four C's of learning, collaborating and being creative and critical thinking and communicating. However, we really wanted to boost that on steroids, which is what Portrait of a Graduate does. And this is the trends in engagement towards career readiness, John. Below basic
Hmm.
reading scores. Look at that. Not good.
Youch.
This is just from a year and a
Youch.
half ago. Proficient
Right.
reading, almost the same level as how many are below basic, which means we got a lot of kids in the middle that are kind of lost in limbo.
Yeah.
Graduation rate is up. Interest is middle zone, but desire for self-paced learning, look at that. It's almost as high as what we want in our high graduation rates. Why aren't we doing more of that? Using AI, they don't realize they're using it. I have the next session coming. It's the third session for Snorkel, if you want to see that, AI and student feedback. And it's amazing because you have a coach behind every student with you, guiding them, cheering them on, giving them positive feedback, and they are compelled and obsessed with trying to do better. And you're not getting on them. They're doing
Mhm.
it at home. They're having so much fun. They keep trying to do it at home, even to improve. However, look at this. Internships completed. Where'd they go? Hiring, not prepared. For your managers to say how much we think you're not prepared, it's almost 100%. We got to change that. That's a
Mhm.
fail in the system that we can work on, which is why, again, this is a win-win for educators. We're lessening those loads for you, for all of us, for your peers. We're reducing the barriers, not only to teachers, but to the students. EduProtocols work for everyone. They make the kids work smarter. They make us work smarter. We might work harder without realizing it, but it's not coercive or like a chore. It's adaptive for all students. It fills in those gaps in a way that those lesson frames are doable. The steps for creating your units. How do you guys feel right now? Quick in the chat, or if you want to come off of mute and give us like a
Well,
woohoo or like a anything, yep, take it
Steve
all.
Bork's already beat you to the punch. This is absolutely amazing and a game changer. I volunteered to teach a high school credit class at my middle
Ooh,
school and have been spending hours and hours planning for the last year and a half. And that, yeah, that's a perfect use case
that's
of
it.
multi-grade level. And I'm going to give you a hint there, Seaborch. When I've got kids who are doing like credit makeup or
Oh,
a
yes.
combo class where I've got different levels, I always aim for the thing that both groups can't do. So
Yes.
if one group can write paragraphs, but they're not that great, and the
Yep.
other group can't write sentences, I'm going to teach everybody how to write compound, complex, a positive semicolon. That's going to
Mm-hmm.
make my people who write paragraphs better, but it's also going to allow my bad sentence people to enter the paragraph
Yes.
game. Instead of teaching two separate lessons, I'm going to
Right.
identify things they both can't do. Because, like, for example, if I was teaching middle school and I had math, I guarantee you both groups are going to get whooped with two-step equations.
Mm-hmm.
So teach that first before I get into the inequalities, right?
Yeah.
Do the things neither group can do, and then you're going to grow strength for both groups. So much more efficient.
How about this? How about this? How many times have you heard the day of, hey, so and so is going to be on independent study for their tonsils out for the next 3 weeks. We need 3 weeks worth of work
Oh,
on
yes.
paper right
Yes.
now, and we're going to give it to the family. They're going to sign it when they bring it back. Ha ha ha. Normally you would just be like, ha, okay, sure.
Oh, shoot.
Right.
I'm in the bathroom that week.
Yeah.
I'm
So
unavailable.
you're like, well, I'm going to join them. So, okay, you pull open Curriculum Genie, type up, I'm science. So, okay, we were going to do a new unit on what is our new one right now? We are in thermal energy. We're going to weather. So, I would pull up weather units for sixth grade, throw it in there with introduction to it, localize it to Palm Springs. I want these EduProtocols. Give me those readings. I can then click those, like, yes, please give me this text, this YouTube, this TED Talk. 3 weeks, boom, done. Print, here. I could probably get it to him in 10 minutes. Done.
Yeah. Wild.
And that's
Wild.
exactly, again, I don't know how else to be more or less of a game changer than it's a total game changer. So, with that being said, if there were anything else we could add to that, if there's any more ahas or things you'd like to share in the chat or questions, throw those at me now. We got some fun slides to share with you. If you like what you're what's going on here with EduProtocols. They got some really cool, fun merch now, which I don't have any yet. Marlena was wearing one. I was jealous, so I need to get some of that. And we already have the, is this the Kindle? We got
Yeah.
it on
That's
sale. And we
the
have our
ebook.
book that you just released. Ooh, our book coming soon. So we have the science edition coming soon. It's got a lot of the core of the favorites from the first books with
Some
at
brand new
least
ones.
how many new ones? We have so many new ones.
Yeah.
And then we have the AI book again, and my partner in crime, my sister from another science mister, Nietzsche, and Susan with their regulate to educate, which I use in the classroom a lot, John. A lot of what we're talking about with our students is building hope with them and helping them
Hmm.
regulate because we need to regulate. And if we cannot be a regulated teacher, we cannot be a regulated anything, and we can't regulate students. So, all good things coming in. These are some of the fun ones on Mark's new book right here. Some I've tried and they're super fun. There's just so much we can offer. I just love that EduProtocols is a community. Here's the classics. You can't go wrong getting any of them, no matter what content you teach, right, John? People always think, oh, but I'm an elementary
Yeah.
teacher. Oh, I teach science or history. Try it. It works for all of them.
There's a bunch of people that are reading books out of their area because
Yeah. And
they just want to learn.
and we're here for you. We've got eduprotocolsplus.com. There are samples, John, that we could give them now. If they sign up, there's like a little intro to EduProtocols that they can play around with.
Yep.
And if you need anything else, here are the slides. And my email, if you want to ask questions or share anything, we would love to know. Hey, I just built this with my team, maybe next week. We just built this and I'd like to share it. This is how it went. Super
And
excited.
then Gene, you might want to share this. I got to head to my session, but Gene, you might want to mention the flagship program. You guys were looking for schools that want to
Yeah.
replace their textbook adoption. Imagine how much money that
Mhm.
is with
Yeah.
Learning Genie. I got a hop, but Gene, if you want to
Yeah.
share that real quick, it's a
Yes,
perfect
actually
time.
very quick. So John and also another superintendent called Jerry, from Santa Ana. So we are launching a program to try to use the creativity from teacher, but also the rigor from the tool what we provided. Also, is